commercials for this game.
We here. The commercials for these were everywhere. It made you want to play this game.
Had in the park was I did play checkers with this guy named Henry.
That is not checkers. My girl's only 3 years younger than me. I used to tell them like, yeah, bro, like there used to be video games and albums in the kids' meal. She was like, shut your old ass up.
Believe me when I say I'ma pull up when the stage drops. Believe me when I say she don't look good.
Yo, what it is, everybody? It's your boy Srotonn here, but you could call me Tone. All right, listen. We finna watch Exploring Abandoned Games from my childhood. Man, dog, I seen Toontown on the cover and I was like, hold on. Toontown was literally, it was my life. But let's get into it.
Remember those classic online kids games from back in the day? Games like Club Penguin.
Hold on now, hold on.
Remember those classic online kids games?
Toontown, Wizard 101. Oh my God. Club Penguin?
From back in the day. Games like...
Bro, Pirates Online. I spent hours on Pirates Online, bro. Like, oh my God.
Club Penguin, Pop Tropica, Toontown. They used to be massive with millions of active players.
Facts.
But now, a lot of them have either shut down or are practically deserted. So I'm exploring 6 of these classic games to see how abandoned they really are, starting with one of my all-time favorites, Pop Tropica. Oh,
I don't think I played Pop Tropica, but probably, bro, I was a online game. That was me.
Find out if there's anyone left in these games or if they're completely dead. My goal is to make a new friend in each of them because if I can do that, then I'd say it's a pretty good sign that the game still has some life left.
Yeah.
And if I can't, then I'm considering it another abandoned game of the past.
Okay.
Pop Tropica is actually one of the only games that hasn't been entirely shut down, so I'm thinking it should be the easiest one to find players in. This game used to be one of my favorites back in the day. You would explore these different islands around the map and do adventures on them. It was a lot of fun, and
this reminds me of, it reminded me of that one. Oh, it was like a school website. I don't know.
If you wanted to meet up with other players, there were common rooms on each island that you could go to, and there you could chat or play mini games with people. But I'm wondering if there will be anyone still in those common rooms today, or if they're completely empty. So I made an account and logged on, and immediately
this looked like Fun Run.
I realized that Pop Tropica is so much different from what it used to be. All of the old maps that I remember aren't there anymore. Sharktooth Island, Spy Island, Big Nate Island, they're all gone. And I couldn't find any of the common rooms like they had back in the day where you can meet up with people because they've been replaced by the arcade. So
yeah, this definitely looks like Fun Run, to be honest with you. I don't know if this is how I look back in the day, but that's how I look now.
So I joined it and there was literally no one there. I tried matchmaking and in all 3 mini games, I waited like 5 minutes and then got disconnected.
This is Fun
And
Run.
I did this on a weekend too,
people.
and it was literally a ghost town. So yeah, Pop Tropica is officially abandoned. This might be a lot harder than I thought. Next up is Club Penguin.
Club Penguin. I got on the Club Penguin train a little bit later. I was still on like I said, Toontown, Pirates Online. Those were oh my gosh.
We all know it.
Oh my God. I totally forgot about Pirates Online.
It's a banger game. And I'm sure you know that it got shut down in 2017. But
I knew it got shut down because old niggas started being weird. I remember hearing about that.
Private server that you can still play on that is literally the original game.
Okay.
But the question is anyone actually going to be playing on it? Or is it another completely dead game? I actually wasn't sure what the answer would be before playing the game. Originally, I was thinking there'd still be a decent amount of players just because of how popular Club Penguin was back in the day.
Right.
But whenever I joined, I did not expect this many people. Yeah, this game is still popping. But let's see if I can friend anyone. Because there's so many people, I thought it would be easy. And
like I say, I heard it's probably just a pool of freak bulls.
Make a friend instantly, but all the people in the town seemed to be AFK or just ignored me. So I left and tried meeting people somewhere else, and the same thing just happened.
Damn. Bunch of bots.
I started to wander around the map and I just looked everywhere trying to see if anyone was actually playing the game or if they're just all AFK. And I went to the beach and I finally found some people talking. They were having an animal party. Okay. So I figured this was my chance. They told me that in order to join, I had to get an animal costume. So I started grinding the minigames because I had to get enough coins to buy one. These games really brought back my childhood. I played the surf one, which is an absolute classic. Puffle Roundup. And
I'm trying to think what else I played. I know for sure Pirates Online. In Toontown, of course, the Cartoon Network games went dumb. Disney Channel Disney went dumb. I'm trying to think what else I played.
The minecart one, which you can get so many coins from. It's actually insane. And it put me at enough to get the whole cow suit. By the time I got back to the beach,
nobody
I guess
was
the
in
party
that
was
bitch.
over because it was just one dude. So I kept looking around the map to make a new friend. I wasn't having any luck, so I figured maybe I needed some help. And I found this one guy and told him about my plan and asked if he had any tips. He gave me a pretty good strategy, so I was off to test the new plan. The real reason I actually wanted to make a friend on here...
That's trash ass advice. Hey, how do I make friends? I don't know. Go up to people and talk to them. Niggas, what?
was so I could play card jitsu because there was no one here who wanted to play with me, and that game was like my favorite back in the day.
Crazy.
It was so fun, and I just wanted to play it again, but literally nobody would play. Eventually, I found a group of people and started making conversation just like the plan. After a bit of talking, I finally lured P402535 into my trap, and they had fallen prey to my scheme of becoming their friend.
What the fuck?
And they eventually friended me. They then told me to meet them at the club. So I went over there, and after getting lit at the club, I asked the question.
You want to play some card jitsu?
They said that they'll play, but first I had to follow them. They told me to go to the stadium, and I just really wanted to play card jitsu at this point, but I went anyway. Once we got there, they asked to visit my igloo, and I agreed. So we went over to my igloo, and then they went...
It's coming back. It's coming back. In my head, I'm thinking about it. I can't think of the name, y'all, but it's coming back. I know one is IMVU is one of them for sure, and that was kind of grown. I ain't gonna lie. I shouldn't have been playing that while I was in like middle school, but
wanted me to buy a sofa. Like, oh my goodness, I didn't even care at this point. I just brought the freaking sofa because I was so ready to play some card jitsu. After doing all that, I thought they were finally going to agree to play, and then out of nowhere, they just dropped this.
Do you want to be my boyfriend?
Oh my god.
What?
And we play every day. My boyfriend.
I'm just trying to play card jitsu.
That's literally how it was though. They wasn't motherfuckers was really like, what's up with like you trying to be my girl? You trying to be like, oh my god, them
Jitsu dog.
Yeah. So safe to say that Club Penguin is definitely not totally
I don't think
abandoned.
It's dead. Yeah.
Next up, we got Toontown.
Toontown. Oh my god, so many memories on this, bro. I used to grind and shit every day at my grandma's house.
This one I remember quite fondly, and funny enough, I still have the password to my old Toontown account before the game got shut down in 2013. Luckily though, there's a fan-made version called Toontown Rewritten. But is it as active as the original, or did Toontown die when the game got shut down? Well, let's find out. I booted up Toontown and created a new character.
Oh my god!
I had to choose a name from the preset list.
The fucking bro, I used to have a crazy ass. This is ain't gonna lie. This is warm in my heart. This is so fucking funny.
Went with Dr. Pepper.
Hey, it's me, Dr. Pepper from the hit drink, Dr. Pepper.
I joined the game and immediately noticed that this place was a ghost town. Like, there was literally nobody around, which I was kind of surprised by because this game was pretty big back in the day. While I waited for some players to show up, I decided to tackle my first few tasks. The first mission, defeat a cog, which are basically the bad guys in this game. The way you defeat them is by pranking them with gags.
And you can have other people try to like have different gags with you, like the pies, the damn seltzer water, whatever the fuck.
You can pie them in the face or squirt them with a flower. So I needed to buy some gags using jelly beans. And to get jelly beans, you have to play these mini games, which normally you can play with other players, but since there's no one here, I had to play on my own. After I finished a mini game, I had enough jelly beans for some gags, so I went back and killed my first cog. I returned to headquarters for my next task, make a friend, which seemed pretty impossible since
I think I did used to have a couple friends, but I don't know if I ever had somebody. What's crazy is I don't think I ever had somebody outside of the internet that I actually made friends or like people in real life that be like, hey man, give me your Toontown tag. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I don't know. Maybe my homeboy Thomas, because he was into it.
The only one here. I wandered into different buildings around the plaza looking for people, but all I found were AI characters, and even they wanted nothing to do with me.
Sorry, man, I'm a bit
After
busy
looking
right
for
now.
way too long, I finally realized that I'm an idiot, and I had been in the completely empty server. There were actually over
1,800 people playing. Okay,
100 people online across all servers. So I switched to one with more players, and man, this place was booming. I tried making conversation, but pretty much everyone I ran up to just ignored me.
Oh, the fucking.
I finally managed to track down this guy named Ring.
Oh, there you could go swimming too. I mean, not swimming, damn fishing.
We chatted for a bit and even teamed up to defeat a cog. But before I got a chance to friend him, he just left.
Damn.
So I came up with a new plan. In the game, you can throw parties. And I figured if I threw a party, like the biggest Toontown party in history.
I never got to do the party. It's a lot of shit I never. Do you think if this game was a PlayStation, or like if this game came out again, would people play it? Or limited? Like maybe came out for the month of January. Would people play it? I feel like that was a good idea. Low key.
Then people would have to friend me. So
like
I went to plan one,
for
and
only
apparently
January
hosting a party
or every
costs
other
100
month.
jelly beans. So I had to grind some mini games. After what felt like forever,
Oh, I remember this one. Oh, I know. I used to. Oh my
god!
I used to max
And
that
set
shit
my
out.
party time for
I used to
3:30,
spam that
which
shit.
meant I only had 15 minutes to invite as many people as possible.
Yeah.
I started going up to people and inviting them,
It's
but
gonna be
most of them
crazy.
said no because I guess they're busy.
Yo, you wanna come to my party? It's gonna be legendary. Nice. Please come, bro.
Nice. I'm finna get the fuck out of here.
A few of them did say yes though, and I told them to tell their friends because I wanted this party to be huge. And finally the time came.
Okay.
I kicked off the party, and honestly, it was a bit underwhelming. It was just me and one
Nobody in the bitch. There ain't no dance floor or nothing. Nobody would come down to shit.
other player named Max, and we were just chilling. But a few
Oh,
minutes
fuck.
later, more people slowly started to trickle in.
Okay.
And it started to feel like a real party. We started just running around for some reason, and then after that, we started just talking about life. Princess M was talking about how much books she reads.
100 books a year. God damn, shout out to you.
I asked Gamer if he really likes to game, and he definitely does. After talking for a bit, everyone got bored because apparently you can like buy really cool stuff for parties, like cannons and trampolines.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. Like it ain't shit there. It ain't no fucking dance floor. Like people can't get shot out of cannons and stuff.
And stuff, but I couldn't
No
afford
cannons
any of
here.
that, so we were just hanging out in an empty field. I suggested we come up with a game to play. Then
Yeah.
someone said we should play Dr. Pepper Says, which is like Simon Says, but Dr. Pepper,
That's kind of cool.
because that's my name in case you forgot. Everyone was actually having fun with it, and it got pretty intense until Gamer finally ended up winning. I asked him what he wanted to do since he won, and he just said,
Run!
classic Gamer. So yeah,
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, this actually would have been cold. I can see myself being into this when I was much younger. This is dope.
party was surprisingly pretty wholesome, and I ended up friending everyone there before logging off. So it's safe
Yeah.
to say that Toontown is still alive and well. Next game, Webkins. This game came out in
So Webkins, I definitely was not into Webkins at all. And I think the next one is Wizard 101. I was super late to Wizard 101. I was
2005, and it was a pretty cool concept because you would go buy these real life stuffed animals.
Oh shit.
And each of them came with a little tag that had a code.
Oh yeah, that's why my mom wasn't buying this shit. I didn't even really know that was the premise of it. Hell no.
That you put in, and you can use that stuffed animal in the game.
Yeah.
And back in the day, this game was a huge phenomenon. Like millions of people played. It was big. It was a big game. But
That's
now
crazy.
the developers have kind of shifted focus to a new version of the game,
Yeah.
Webkins Next, which has drawn a lot of attention away from the classic game. And with that in mind, it got me wondering if there's even a fraction of the original player
This shit seemed like this shit done turned to like Digimonsters.
base
a
still
little
around
bit.
today, especially since the game is 19 years old. And by the way, I never even
19,
actually grew up
God.
playing Webkins, but one of my buddies suggested I play it, so I gave it a shot. Since I never had a real Webkins stuffed animal, I had to use the free digital one that they give you whenever you start the game, so I chose the dog, and I named him Mr. Dog.
Mr.
I did the
Dog.
tutorial real quick,
This
and
man do not be having no clever name. He just be like, dog.
then it was time to give Mr. Dog some clothes. I picked out this suit with some boots, a top hat, and these glasses, and he was looking
Boy,
good.
styling.
But what's the point of having this much swag without having anyone to show it off to? So I booted up this phone to find some people online, and I thought this is where you talk to people in the game, because it said 0 out of 500, and I assumed that meant 0 people online, so I was like, oh, well, I guess this game is just completely dead. But the
So what is that?
next day I did some research and found out that the phone is actually just where your friends list is, because there's actually places around town that are public and you can meet people there. So I went to the clubhouse to see if anyone was still active in this 19-year-old game. First I went to the park to find
I was just
people,
finna
and
ask the same
it was
question.
pretty
I
much
was like,
dead.
where'd he
The only
go?
interaction I had in the park was I did play checkers with this guy named
Nigga, that is not checkers.
Henry, except he didn't say anything after that. He just
Do people call that checkers? I don't
left.
know.
And the next room I tried meeting people was the reading room, which actually had 6
reading
people
room.
in. So that was a pretty big deal. But
Pretty
literally
big
the
deal.
only thing people would say is trick or treat. Like nobody was talking in this chat. But I don't really blame him, because in this game, the only chat feature they have is one where you have to select from a huge list.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Toontown was like that. I thought you had to select your own. I didn't know you could just freely say something. But shit.
Of different things to say. Like
Yeah.
you can't type in whatever you want. So I left. Then I went to the vet, which had some people in. I don't even know what you're supposed to do in this.
I was about to say.
Yeah, nobody in there said anything, of course.
How do you
I
get
tried,
sick?
like, pretty much every room that you can go in, and nobody was saying anything. Like,
Damn.
not a single word. Until I finally went to the game room, which had a decent amount of people. I think I had like 5. Whenever I joined, I started playing pool with someone, and they
Okay.
were actually chatting with me. It was
Yeah. Okay. So that's dope. I like that. You can play pool and shit.
just a pretty weird conversation. Because
You
of the
look
way
awesome.
you talk in this game, it was going to be pretty much impossible to friend someone.
Yeah.
Especially because nobody's even talking
You
in
got
the first place.
yeah.
But eventually, I went
Preset
to
damn conversations.
the welcome room, and there was actually someone there, and they started talking to me. Eventually, I actually friended him. So, since I was technically able to make a friend, I guess that considers it not dead.
I don't know, man. That shit look dead to me.
But,
But
I mean, it's pretty dead.
I'm about to say that
This
shit look
game was
dead to
definitely
me.
not for me, though. On to the next game.
It
the
seemed
next
like
game
it. I
is
wouldn't-
another one that's not really technically abandoned in a sense because it's still an active game and it's been around the whole time. It never
Hell
shut down or
yeah.
anything.
Wizard
But
101.
it's Wizard 101. This game used to be
Oh my
absolutely
God.
massive back in the day. I remember always seeing so many.
And the thing, I didn't even like. I played it 100%, but I wasn't like Wizard 101 like all the time. But because you had to put in a lot of fucking time, bro. And I just was like, I like Toontown, I like Pirates of Caribbean. You know what I'm saying?
Commercials for this game, and I wanted to play it so
We here. The commercials for these were everywhere. It made you want to play this game.
back in the day. I remember always seeing so many commercials for this game, and I wanted to play it so badly, but I was never able to. But yeah, this game was huge, and apparently in 2014, there were 50 million accounts. But now,
Jeez.
16 years after the game came out, I'm really curious if there's anyone actually still playing it, because I kind of doubt it. But there's only one way to find out. So I downloaded the game and started customizing my character. The game has a choose your name sort of thing, just like in Toontown. And the name I chose, Robert Moontail.
Moontail. I was on all those games, bro. Even if I didn't play my
tutorial,
I was on all them shits.
Once I was done with the tutorial, I got spawned into like the
it's people in
welcome
there.
area or whatever. And this game has the same chat as Webkins. Like you can't talk in it, which is so annoying. I looked it up and see if there's a way around it, and there is, but you have to purchase something.
And that's, bro, and I get it because again, these were like what, real big in the early 2000s. People was nuts. People were going there and saying some crazy shit. So I get it.
To verify it for some reason. Yeah, it's stupid.
I
just had to walk around talking like a default, which means it's going to be a lot harder to find a friend in this
It used
one.
to be nuts.
I loaded in the main area in the game, or the beginning area at least, and there was definitely quite a few people playing. Honestly, more than I expected.
Okay.
I just went up to a bunch of random people trying to see if anyone would actually talk. I teamed up with this one guy to defeat an enemy, hoping that this would be my chance to be able to make a friend.
Okay.
And he actually answered, but then just left. Yeah, this was really hard to make a friend in this game.
10 minutes
I tried
straight.
joining some other
Jesus.
servers, and finally I met this one dude, and he actually answered me. I asked him for some help because I was kind of lost in this game. I asked him if I could join his team, and then he sent me an invite. After that, I kind of just followed him around the map for like.
That was my thing. That was my favorite thing. I used to love being a part of like a group that women like. I'll pull up on motherfucker like, yeah, I got a team. Like that was one of my favorite things.
Long time, because I was hoping we would like fight enemies or like do stuff, but we just kept like running. I kept trying to tell him like I'd help him with his quests and stuff, but we just never did anything.
He just wanted to run around.
I did friend him though, so there's that. I honestly feel like I would probably like this game. Like I feel like I could definitely get into it, but there's
I wouldn't play it now, but yeah, back in the day, this shit was
just so
tough.
much in the game. You definitely have to have a lot of free time to like really play this.
Like I said, you have to have a lot of free time. You got to put some work in this shit.
But as far as if it's dead or not, this one is alive.
It is.
Time for the next game. Pirate.
Yes, sir. The main attraction. Oh my God, bro.
To the Caribbean Online. This game came out in 2007.
This shit was
and it shut down in
nuts.
2013. And I'd never even heard of it until now.
What?
But I was pretty excited whenever I found out about it because this game looks legit. And
I believe it though. A lot of people didn't know about this game, but I was addicted to this game. I'm talking about I'm in there leveling up, killing like dead pirates, blowing people's ships up. Oh my god.
What is with Disney shutting down all of their MMO games? It's actually kind of crazy. This one, just like some of the other ones, has a fan-made remake that's basically a 1-to-1 of the original.
Yep.
I'm not sure how big this game was back in the day, especially because I had never even heard of it. And for that reason, I assumed that there's going to be pretty much nobody playing the game. But I downloaded the game anyway to see for myself.
Yeah.
First thing I did was create my character. And wow, there's so much customization you have in this.
So much customization.
It's crazy. You can literally customize how tall you want your nose, like everything. Also, my name is Sea Dog because Globert didn't get approved yet. Once I was done customizing my character, I spawned in a jail cell and Jack Sparrow freed me from it. And then I decided to do some of my quests first and hopefully find some players while doing them. I played for a long time doing missions.
Oh my god, and the light tells you. Devil's Anvil. Look at this, man. This is bringing it back. It's bringing it back. I ain't gonna lie.
Realizing that there's just nobody playing this game. And then I realized that once again, I'm an idiot, just like in Toontown.
He was in a session
I was
with
in a
nobody.
server with nobody on it. Once I joined an actual server with people, I found a good amount of active players.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just ignore you in these kind of games. That's what I finally realized. Finally, I found this person.
That's crazy. I don't know if I remember that like that. That people just ignored you. Maybe they did though.
I started talking to them, but I think they got creeped out by it because I was just following them.
Why are you following me?
And then they just left. So yeah, that wasn't a very long
weird
conversation. A little bit later after that, I met this guy, Wolf Phantom Wrecker, and this guy was chill. He started talking to me immediately, and I started doing some quests with him. I was honestly like his little sidekick, and I just was following him around doing different things with him. He invited me to his crew. And
they can invite you to their crew too. I remember I did used to, but what happened? I was like in somebody's crew, and I was like, I want to make my own crew. But that shit is hard as fuck.
We got on his ship.
It was super hard. Trying to find people that would be in your ship.
Repair the ship. Once we got the ship repaired, it was time we got active.
Yeah.
He was steering the ship, and I was firing the cannons.
Oh my god! We were the ultimate dream team. Shit.
We were like sinking ship after ship after ship. And we were getting pretty good. So then he asked me if I was up for boarding. We pulled the nearest ship in and launched ourselves onto
I've never done this. I've always wanted to do this. I never was able to do this.
To
board somebody else's ship.
These were like level 19s. And
fucked your ass up.
So I was basically doing nothing while he did all the work and just carried me. I was pretty much just running the whole time, and then finally they killed me. Once I respawned, we never met up again, so I logged off.
Damn.
But I'll always have Wolf Phantom Wrecker in my heart. We were the ultimate duo. So this game, because I did find a friend, I'm gonna say not abandoned. However, there is hardly anyone online.
Yeah, I believe that too, bro. Like all these games, we're gonna let it slide though. Remember when video games were in kids' meals? I might have to watch this shit. Bro, my girl's only 3 years younger than me. I used to tell them like, yeah, bro, like there used to be video games and albums in the kids' meal. She was like, shut your old ass up. I'm like, God, I'm for real. But no, this was a dope ass video. Pirates Online, Toontown was definitely my shit. Do I miss them? No, can't say I do. But I think it would be cool to bring it back for like maybe on console a month. You know what I'm saying? I like the PlayStation free monthly games. One of them being Pirates of the Caribbean. I feel like that should be cool. But I think that's all I really gotta say, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. The next time, I'm out.